Good morning. Happy Thursday. Danny is checking in. So, me and Becca will be representing the Team Podcast today at Connecticut Arts Day. Go us. We will be talking about how podcasting is relevant to the arts and just our impact on the community.
On age groups between 18 and 40 and creating development programs and career development programs for young people such as this. Connecticut-based young creative entrepreneurs who are really doing their thing out there in Connecticut. And the reason I wanted to do this session is because I'm always hearing from the field, where do we find these amazing young people? Well, some of them are right here today, so let's clap it up for them. Hey guys. Good morning. Is it afternoon yet? No, it's still morning. It's still morning. So, I am Danny. I am the executive producer of the Team Podcast.
And I am Rebecca. I am one of the 3 co-hosts of the Team Podcast. I co-host along with my friends, Latrell and Joey, who couldn't be here today, but we're representing for the whole squad, okay?
As we know, teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely, absolutely. We air every other Tuesday. You can catch our episodes on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, everywhere. You can find us. Yep, every other Tuesday. We are all born and raised from New Haven, Connecticut. Shout out to New Haven. Reppin'. Okay. And go right ahead.
So yes, I am a creative, and the creative journey is not the easiest. So in 2017, I had the idea of starting a podcast, and I really wasn't sure how to do it. So I prayed. And I was like, God, what am I supposed to do? I need the resources. So he's like, you already have the resources. You have your friends. So I enlisted the help of my friends, and we started in March 2018. We just celebrated our anniversary. Go us. So we really just wanted to get together and promote friendship among women, especially Black women, because we've seen a lot of females, women, saying that they don't have a lot of friends, or they don't have any really good quality friends. So we just wanted to kill that narrative and start our own.
Yeah, and so our line is taking our group chat from our phones to your ears, and we want to entertain, inform, and inspire. So that is basically what we do. We all became friends back in 2011 from another friend's birthday celebration. Met up, really great girls. And the trials and the tribulations and the great times that we have together, we just want to share that with everyone.
And everybody has a group chat, right? I know how late it can be in the group chat. So that is exactly what our podcast embodies.
Absolutely. And so, like Danny said, she's the executive producer. She did the research. We were all for it. The great thing is, whenever we all have our own ideas, she has her business in fashion marketing. I have Armour Event Management, which I do event planning. We have another friend who does social media engagement and media specialties. And then we have another friend that works in education and is a teacher assistant. So with all of our expertise combined, we are able to come together. So when we have a friend that says, look, I want to do this, we all came together and said, all right, we're running with it.
And it's important to show up for each other.
Absolutely. So the definition of the arts is subjects of study primarily concerned with the process and products of human creativity and social life, such as languages, literature, and history, and is the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. So that's exactly what we do with podcasting. So podcasting is indeed an art. We're able to be creative, we're able to have discussions with no limitations. We can say what we want, when we want. There's no censor to what it is that we want to say or what it is that we want to share with our audience.
And that's the beauty in podcasting. Like when you do like radio, the FAA, I believe is the agency, they tell you what you can say and what you can't. And we just like being independent, do our own thing, free flowing.
So just a few statistics on podcasting. There are over 700,000 different podcasts with well over 29 million episodes streamed. 64% of Americans have heard of or listened to a podcast. And they are projecting that by 2022, 132 million people would have listened to a podcast. So those numbers just go to show the relevance of podcasting and how much it's growing and how much it's reaching to the nation. We also currently, with our own social media, reach about 4,386 people across our Instagrams alone. In just a week, we reached 1,305 people with 12,551 impressions. That's not including our Twitters, our Facebook. We have a Facebook group where we go in, it's called The Huddle, and everybody can just come, there's no judgment, everybody can talk what they want, when they want. We also have listeners due to the fact that we are signed to The Breaks Media, which is a multimedia company out of Ohio. We have listeners from Houston, Atlanta, Ohio, Detroit, St. Louis, Canada, and much more.
And if you are unfamiliar with podcasts, there's a podcast for everything: music, movies, entrepreneurship, sports. There's something that you can find.
Absolutely. So we wanted to touch on how we entertain. So we have a plethora of different topics that we go from politics to mental health to boyfriends and the issues with relationships, being a millennial and trying to find your passion, trying to find your niche and how you can get started. On top of that, we also try to bring our millennials together. So we host different events such as speed dating, monthly brunches. We participated in the annual Out of Darkness Walk, which is a suicide prevention walk that we do annually and we're very passionate about. And then our most recent event was our 1-year live show. We had over 75 to 80 people come out, and we basically had the podcast in real time. So we were able to sit there, have the conversations, let our audience be a part of the conversation as well. We had Weezy from Horrible Decisions podcast, who's a nationally known podcaster, come out and host that for us.
We also have an event tonight if you guys want to come out.
Yeah. Terminal 110, Throwback Thursday movie night.
We're showing Friday.
Yeah.
So, like, life is all about balance. So we talk about all the fun things, men, traveling, relationships, all that good thing. But we also want to have some really important conversations. And we talk amongst ourselves in our actual group chat about things we wish we knew, or just more important issues like money management, because millennials got them loans, we trying to live on our own, all those things.
And still take flights.
Trying to get food out. And just health in general, because like in our Black community, there's so much going on. People are like dropping left and right, and so we just want to bring a light to those topics and just bring information to the community. So when we have like real serious topics like that, we try to invite like doctors or therapists, personal fitness trainers to come on and give us like actual professional insight. And we want to make sure we give everyone the proper tools and act like resources. That's the word. Resources, so you guys can know where to find these things.
Yeah, so we had Dr. Earl Campbell, who is the head chief fellow of gastroenterology at Yale New Haven Hospital.
He's a faculty member now.
Yes,
Shout out to him.
He's awesome. We had him come on. We also had Dr. Nakia Hamlet, which is a therapist. We actually have her on our mental health episode. Our friend passed away from suicide, and we literally had a therapy session on the podcast. And it helps others, because if you're listening to it and you've never been to therapy, or in the Black community, therapy is not really the norm. So we're just, reaching out to our community to say, it's okay to go to therapy and talk about these things. And it helps that person, and they can say, you know what, I've been through that too, I can relate. And it gives them, the knowledge to be able to move forward.
And inspire. So these to entertain, to inform, and to inspire, that's like our goal, that's our mission, that's what we want to do with the podcast. So we want to inspire people to just be happy and live your best life and chase your dreams, no matter how old you are, it's never too late. It's never too late to start your dreams, to go after what you really want. Money isn't everything. Money does not equate to happiness. We want to promote healthy friendships, because you need your friends. Life is hard. You need help navigating through life.
Right. That's a part of your village. So with that, fall of 2019, we'll be starting the Teen Mentorship Program, which we will be helping young girls between 9th and 12th grade. We will be mentoring them. We'll have a mentor where we will individually check on them weekly, and then we'll have monthly get-togethers with these women, along with school forums and things of that nature. We actually have a relationship with the New Haven Board of Education, so we will be able to go into the high schools and talk about bullying and self-esteem and showing them this friendship at a young age. We started our friendship in 2011 when we were in our 20s, so if we can get them to start in their teenage years and just build themselves and say, you know, as women, we should be coming together. My niece is 16 years old, and the stories I hear from her in high school and about bullying, all these different things, if we can try to cut that now, at early age, it'll be definitely beneficial for them.
Yeah, because we've always talk about how we wish we had someone to tell us, so we're trying to be the person that we needed when we were younger. And this is our social media. So if you guys can take your phones out and follow us, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you can see our platform, so you can choose your favorite and subscribe, rate, and review, please. And if you would like to collaborate, because we're down for collaboration, you can just email us.
Yeah, we have love to collab. We've been on the Change the Subject podcast out in Detroit. We've been on the Awaken Soul podcast out in Ohio. We've been on the Melanin on Court podcast in DC. We had an episode where we had 3 other podcasters within the New Haven area all come on. So we're all about connecting. And we just want to thank the Connecticut Office of the Arts. Thank you, Adrian, for helping us and letting us be a part of this platform so we can let people know that podcasting is art and it's great.
Hey guys, we just finished presenting at CT Arts Day 2019.
It was so much fun,
I
so
loved
inspiring.
It was. We had wonderful feedback from it, and we'll be posting it on YouTube.